All right, guys, so now we are ready for the drive. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna buckle in, right? Because safety first. We're gonna buckle in. We're gonna press on the brake pedal, put it in D right here, and ready to go. Now, although it says it's a one pedal driving, but only one pedal driving will be possible for the most part, is if you switch the mode into range, because that will be very aggressive recharging. So this car has 3 modes. It has Sherpa, range, and normal. So normal driving will be normal driving, right? So you're gonna have minimal charging and you're gonna have the most power. In range, you're gonna have very aggressive recharging capability, and the power will be adequate, so it will be slightly reduced. Now, as far as Sherpa mode is, you basically, it's AC shuts off automatically. Recharging is going to be aggressive, and power will be very dumbed down. So you almost going to have no power. It's going to be extremely slow. And we're going to test it on our drive. So let's go drive this around for maybe 5 to 7 minutes on the highway and 5 to 7 minutes on the local streets and find out how we do. All right, guys, so let's power up and go. So we're gonna switch this back to normal. I do like these controls. One thing I noticed is that this is very quiet, maybe because the battery is small, but it doesn't have the usual sounds like you get, for example, with a Tesla. I mean, it does have it, but not as loud. Let's make sure no one is coming. Very convenient buttons right here for AC controls. So basically, this is for the fan speed, up or down. So basically making more or less. Very good handling. This car feels like a little electric go-kart, as you guys can see. Steering is very precise. Very precise steering. No issues at all. Let's test the windshield wipers. So you have 3 streams on each side. Wiping well. Doesn't seem to be skipping. And I do like the fact that they actually have conventional sprayers and not the ones that spray from the wiper itself, because those rarely work well. Basically, that was the acceleration. As you can see, it's adequate, but it's not that EV acceleration where it knocks you back in the trunk. No, you're not gonna have that with this car. Something very noticeable as well is how well it drives. Very smooth and very soft. Compared to, let's say, Tesla, which are known to be extremely stiff suspension, this is the opposite. So let's say we're gonna have some bumps, or seams in the road, and extremely smooth. Also very quiet inside, which is obviously, I mean, it's an EV, but there's no creaks in the interior, which that's the way it should be, right? It's a brand new car. Turn signal sound is a little weird. It's like a 100-year-old clock. This car is completely utilitarian. There's nothing in this car. Let me know what you guys think. Is it worth $34,000? I have my opinion, but I would like to have your opinion. Has anyone bought this car or owned it, leased it, whatever? And I'd like to know your feedback. And this is a new model, 2024, with the EV. They just came out. And to be honest with you, I think it's a little bit more than it should be. I think it's more expensive than the Tesla Model 3. However, with the EV, you do have, what, $7,500 off, like a federal rebate, plus whatever state rebate that may be or may not be in your state. But you definitely get the federal one, which is $7,500. But still, you get it from any EV. For $34,000, and being one freaking person car, I'm not sure. But it drives well. It drives super well. I do like the steering wheel. It's kind of like, feels like it should be two-tone. Maybe should have like a red stitching over here, since the car is red and you have red accented dash panel right here. But it looks very nice. It looks very cool over here. Kind of reminds it from an old school, well, not super old school, but like mid 2000s S-Class Mercedes. Had the same style steering wheel. So right now we're driving in normal mode. Let's switch it to whatever's the next mode, range mode. Sorry guys, I forgot. Again, just a reminder for everybody, I do not really study these cars. I just drive them and I give my personal feedback, because there's a lot of other channels that are professional window sticker freaking readers, and they will give you all the specs. However, everyone can look at the specs on Google, right? We'll look at the specs on window sticker, and then we drive it, and I give you feedback of how it actually drives. So let's switch it to range mode now. What you have to do to switch it to range mode is there's this little trigger. You push it down, it engages. You select whatever mode you want and just leave it in there. Once it goes off, it's switched in. That's it. So now it's in range mode. Oh, okay. Acceleration is still very strong. I thought it was going to be reduced. Acceleration is decently strong. I mean, not anything insane, but it's decent. But the recharge is a lot stronger now versus what it is in normal mode. This is extremely aggressive. So basically, this is the mode that you would use for in-town driving, where it's stop and go, or if you're in traffic and where you're going to be able to recharge itself. Very convenient. So now let's switch it to the third mode, which is called Sherpa. I want to say Sphere, but no, it's Sherpa. Yep, we're in Sherpa right now. Oh, there's a nice Ducati behind us. And a Lambo. Damn, son. Yeah, in Sherpa, it's a lot slower. The pickup is extremely... not extreme, but it's a lot... It's adequate, but it's a lot slower. So once you go above 50 miles an hour, it will actually switch to normal power mode. So you have to technically, in that Sherpa mode, it's like a range consuming mode. and you have to be under 50 miles an hour. Look at that Lambo. Very nice. We'll switch it back to normal and we'll try the range mode in town. I think that bike on a Lambo wanted to race. Again, it drives well. I just don't think, honestly, it's worth... Oh, they're all gonna get pulled over now. Alright, go. Get him. Get him. Oh, apparently not. Yes. Get the Lambo. Get the bike. Oh, there's a Corvette rolling out. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, maybe that police car is not pulling them over. Yeah, apparently he wasn't going after them. Oh well. I thought we're gonna get some light show, guys. Live PD right here. No, didn't happen. Alright, we should... we got the idea of how it drives on the highway. I mean, it's a brand new car. It drives super well. One thing to mention, in that Sherpa mode, what's going to happen is that your AC will shut off. And you'll have to manually turn it on. And that's going to be in Sherpa only. In range mode and normal mode, your obviously AC stays on whatever settings you wish it to be on. Oh, well, we did get the light show, just not on the Lambo and the bike. Whoop whoop. This Honda right here. Damn it. Well, the Lambo wasn't really racing, but the bike kind of was. But whatever. I mean, if you want to race it when it's like nobody on the freaking road. Why would you want to drive aggressively with so many NPCs around you? You have to always be aware, guys. 360 security at all times. Alright, so now we're gonna drive off, get off the highway, and we're gonna go on a local street and see how that does on local streets, because on the highway it's absolutely normal. My only really complaint is that this car is extremely small. It is too expensive for being $34,000 for being this size, and not even having 2 cup holders. Literally 1 cup holder. But to each their own. Someone is gonna really like this. If you live in a city and you have literally limited parking spots and you want to drive around town, because you don't really have that much range in this car. You have like, I think fully charged, you have like 120 miles. So this is very kind of type of car that you would just take to a grocery store and drive around town. Not really a road trip type of car. Being mindful of that, is it worth it? You let me know in the comments, guys. You let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. I personally will go with something else. If I was shopping for an EV and my budget was $34,000. But it drives well. I do have to say that it drives well, it handles well, and it's very handsome. Inside, it looks very nice. Outside, it looks cute. So it's like looking good on the inside. You have that red, red plastic. Outside, it looks cute in red. In other colors, maybe it will look a little bit tougher. Maybe it will be like tough cute. But right now it's just cute. So now let's go into a city road. Let's go into this turn. See how we're doing turn. Just a little go-kart. Yeah, no issues. Actually, not a lot of body roll either. The tires do not float. So that means the sidewall is not so soft. So the actual suspension is properly damped, where it doesn't feel ridiculously stiff. But the tires are good. The tires are good. They do not float in turns, even if you take the turn aggressively. Very minimal body roll, well, also because it's not a big car, it's a go-kart. It's like a Mini Cooper. Alright, so now we are in city mode. I mean, we're, in local streets. So now let's go into range and let's see how it feels in the range. Very aggressive recharge. Very aggressive recharge. I do like the steering wheel. It feels like in all Alphas that are driven. I mean, I know this is a Fiat, but same company, right? And all the steering wheels just feel so nice. Well, now they're owned by what? Is it Stellantis, right? Owned by Stellantis? Stellantis Fiat, right? Correct me in the comments, guys. If I talk BS and I'm wrong on something, then you just let me know. It's all good in the hood. But at least the Italian side, because I know in some Jeeps the steering wheels used to wear out in like 2 years. But in Alfa Romeos and in this Fiat, it just feels very nice. Like you want to hold on to it with both arms, both hands, and legs too. What else? Let's take a bump. Yeah, very smooth. Very smooth. It doesn't have crazy pickup. Like you have to really step on the gas to have any kind of decent pickup. And this was in normal. No, that's in range mode, and that's pedal to the metal, guys. So now we're gonna go on another street. We're gonna switch it to normal mode. Right here, we're in normal mode now. There's no one behind us. So now let's floor it. 40, 50, 60. So yeah, and then we can look at the video and see how fast it went. Not super fast for an EV, but again, that's not the type of car, right? This is like a little city car. Not bad. I mean, it's adequate. Range mode, immediately you have regeneration, braking. It's very aggressive. Now let's do the brake test. No one behind us. That wasn't really to the floor. What we're gonna do. Alright, so now let's do this brake test, guys. Aggressive turn in. Okay. Does it brake well? Yes. Do the tires have performance rating? No, because we were going like what, 50 miles an hour, the speed limit, And we hit the brakes, and they gave us a little squeal, like a little pig, you know? So the tires are kind of on the harder side. But the suspension is so smooth, guys. Very smooth. I am impressed. One thing that I like about this car is the feel, how it drives. And all Alfa Romeos drives well. And Fiat drives well as well, apparently. Because they're both Italians, right? And since they're both Italians, they both drive well. Only two things I like: how it drives, and I like the suspension. It's very smooth, and this road is crap, and no issues. There is no uncomfortable feeling like you're sitting on a wooden bench and freaking someone's knocking on the other side. None of that. Very smooth. The seats are comfortable, even though this is a very small car, but the seats are actually comfortable. Like, I am comfortable, and again, I'm 6'3". I'm comfortable. I just feel like I'm the same size as the car. Definitely driving around town, I will keep it in range where it has that aggressive recharge. Let's switch it to Sherpa mode. I was gonna say sphere mode, but let's see how we do in Sherpa mode. In Sherpa mode, you guys see that AC like shut off. All right, guys. So my unbiased review is complete. I have really nothing else to add to this vehicle. My final score on a scale of 0 to 10 would probably be 3 for me. Simply because, in my opinion, the vehicle is too expensive for its size and for the options you get. Does it look good? Yes. Does it have a very attractive interior? Very utilitarian, but attractive? Yes. Doesn't have that many options, but it looks cool. Does it drive well? Yes. Does it handle well? Yes. Is it quiet? Yes. Is it worth it? That's not for me to decide. You as an individual purchaser, you can decide yourself. I will just tell you what it costs, but I would not purchase it for myself just based on its size. But again, I'm a little bit bigger than most people. I'm 6'3". And I just feel like I'm bigger than the car. However, the seats are extremely comfortable. These are the seats that you have in the car. As you can see, they're super comfortable. And we are done. Subscribe to my channel, guys. Drop me a like, comment. Let me know what you guys think about my review and about this car. Take care.